Welcome back. Prince Charles is set to swing open the palace doors to the public. The future king wants to welcome more visitors to the royal residence.
Joining us with more is 9Honey royal reporter Natalie Oliveri. Nat, good to see you.
Hey,
Why does Prince Charles want to do this, and how much access are we going to see?
Good morning. So this is really exciting. Prince Charles wants to give the royal palaces, I guess, he wants to open their doors to the public because he believes they do belong to the public. Now, a lot of taxpayer money is used to fund these renovations, the restorations. Buckingham Palace is going through like a near $1 billion restoration at the moment, and money from that is being funded by the taxpayer. So Prince Charles rightly believes that the everyday person should be able to explore more rooms that have previously been blocked off. Now, this includes Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, which they're both already open to the public, but only for very, very small amounts of weeks during the year, particularly during the summer months. Now, this is quite interesting because Balmoral Castle in Scotland and also Sandringham House, they're both privately owned by the Queen. So this would give incredible access to these residences that you can only see a few rooms here and there. You can explore the gardens, but Prince Charles's plan will really revolutionise things, and it'll be great. But quite interestingly, he's planning to do this while he's in residence at these places.
So you may be taking a tour.
Choose a place where you'd want to go.
I'd probably go to Sandringham House, I think, or Balmoral, the ones that are privately owned, because you don't get to see them very often.
At all.
Yeah, but look, you can now have a picnic on the lawns of Buckingham Palace, and tickets for that sold out and actually crashed the website when they went on sale in April. So there is a huge demand for this. This is all part of Prince Charles's plans to slim down the monarchy as well. So he has grand plans for when the Queen does pass on. She's understood to be aware of these plans, and also he's already begun consultations with Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, and also his son Prince William. So these plans are underway. Exciting times.
Great for the public to see more. We haven't seen much of Prince Andrew though recently. I mean, he's been quietly removed from some top roles. Which ones?
Look, so these are a number of charities and organisations connected with Prince Andrew. Interestingly, Prince Charles has actually taken over from quite a few. Now, Prince Andrew stepped back from royal duties in November 2019, and this was, of course, in the wake of his interview over his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, convicted pedophile. Now, since then, around 50 organisations, particularly those ones connected with children, have decided to sever ties with Prince Andrew, whether publicly or privately. Some organisations have actually just removed his name from their website and actually haven't put out a statement. But there is a lot of confusion because Buckingham Palace hasn't actually announced a whole heap of confirmation that he's actually stepping back from this one, this one, this one. So a lot of the charities are actually not sure whether he actually is connected with them or not. So it's up to them to therefore, take his name away. Yeah, but the thing is, like, Prince Andrew is intending to return to royal duty sometime, but this is looking very unlikely.
So do those charities lose any income out of that? Would that affect their charity status?
It would. I mean, if you have a children's charity...
Especially the visibility of it, if you have a royal that's
that's right. And some of the charities have actually approached Buckingham Palace to try and get another member of the royal family to come in and stand with them to be their patron, because, of course, having a royal connected would give them the visibility. I mean, you look at every time Prince William and Kate are out, we start talking about the charities that they're visiting. It gives a lot of media attention to
Harry and Meghan still do it.
Exactly, right? And particularly charities that you wouldn't really talk about in general.
It's hard though when Harry and Meghan have gone now, and so I guess there's a limited number of royals who can do it.
There are like the
Here
seven.
Comes Zara.
Well, that's the thing. There are 7 members of the royal family now who are filling the role of Prince Harry and Meghan. Now that they've gone, you are seeing Prince Edward and his wife Sophie really stepping up, and they're the core members of the monarchy at the moment. And when the Queen goes, now that Prince Philip's gone, there's not that many of them left to do.
Prince Charles will be busy doing all the tours of Sandringham.
Yeah, that's right.
And so, listen, big news over the weekend with Martin Bashir, who was the journalist who interviewed Diana for Panorama in 1995, has now left under a huge cloud at the BBC.
Yeah, so Martin Bashir was the BBC's religion editor for some time now. So he had actually taken medical leave. He'd had heart surgery. He'd suffered from the coronavirus. So he hadn't actually been doing much for the BBC in recent times. But now, over the weekend, the BBC has announced that they've officially let him go. Now, an investigation was launched a few few months ago into how Martin Bashir actually obtained that interview with Princess Diana amid claims he'd used forged documents to trick her into doing the interview. The BBC apologised for that, but of course no criminal action has been undertaken. The police say they're not going to look into it any further, but it is really a lot of questions remaining. That report following the investigation still hasn't been released, and that's due to come down in due course.
Okay, keep across that. There are fresh calls for Prince Harry and Meghan to give up their titles.
There are. So Prince Harry did the podcast with Dak Shepherd on Friday. It was released, and in that he said that despite his royal privilege, he still felt like he was living in a zoo. He compared to royal life as being on the Truman Show. Look, a lot of the things that Prince Harry said, I think were taken out of context in a way, because he was there for an important message, and that message was to talk about mental health, and he was talking about his privilege and how speaking about that now is connected to how he received help with Meghan. They had therapy. So look, it's a shame that Prince Harry's whinging really has clouded a lot of this this documentary, this podcast. But look, it's people are saying that he's whinging, and that's why now people are calling.
I don't see that as
how he feels.
Well, people are now calling for his title to be stripped. If you're going to complain about living in a zoo and being trapped in the monarchy, well, therefore give back your titles. That's
I live
what
in a
some people
zoo,
are saying.
and I think he's just talking about living in any family. But Prince Mary's family has stepped out in a rare event. Gee, those kids have grown
Oh,
up.
they are so big now. So Princess Mary's eldest son, Prince Christian, has made his confirmation. And this event was meant to happen last year, but it was postponed due to the coronavirus. But the royal family have all stepped out at Fredensborg Palace, north of Copenhagen. And Prince Christian there is holding on to his grandmother, the Queen. He is 15 years old. He looks so much like his father. And look at the twins.
I don't know.
He's taller than me. Yeah, look.
How,
it's a good split.
How stunning does Mary look? Her twins are now 10 years old. Her daughter Isabella is 14, so they're certainly growing up. And it's really nice to see the royal children out and about, because they have been hidden for a while because of the virus. And
It's nice to see a functioning royal family.
yeah, but look, it was a bit sad because Mary's family from Australia, her sisters weren't able to travel to Denmark for the event. Her father lives in London. He couldn't even travel. So there were quite a few restrictions for this confirmation, but really lovely to see Princess Mary and her family out. We just love her and can't get enough.
Yeah, lovely family moment. Okay, Nat, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much.
You.